Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I thought I would do a video about the Sephora, I think Beauty Insider Appreciation Event Sale. I think that's the full name. It starts tomorrow, and this sale definitely was kind of a surprise for everyone. I don't know if this is replacing the sale that they normally have later on in the fall winter season, which I think is like the beginning of November. In any case, I'll have the dates listed for this sale down below in my description box. I'll also list out like what tier gets what percentage off. I know VIB Rouge gets 20% off starting tomorrow, but I think for the other tiers, there's like 15%, 10%, and that starts like next week for them. I think like the 30th or something. But anyway, I'll put all that down below in the description box. You guys have probably seen all of this stuff, all of this information already. So what I wanted to do was just go over what's on my wish list and slash what's in my shopping cart, and also give you some recommendations. So if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on this sale, then just keep on watching. I moved over so that I could throw some product photos here for you about the stuff that I'm talking about. But before we jump into that, I just want to mention that I am still on my no-buy for the month of August. So I will not actually be participating till September 1st. And I just decided if the things sell out before then they sell out. It's no big deal. It's just makeup. I'll move on. I'll get over it. So anyway, let me just go ahead and share with you some of the things that are in my shopping cart or on my wish list. I've made a little list here. The first thing is the Natasha Denona brand new 5-pan eyeshadow palette. I believe the color name is Camel. This is just so up my alley. This is like perfect. I like how warm it is without being too orangey. I'm really excited for this one, so I hope it lives up to my expectations, because I do love Natasha Denona shadows, but sometimes there's like inconsistencies, or she's always trying to like improve the formula, and sometimes I feel like she just makes it different and it's not necessarily that much better. So hopefully this palette will still be in stock come September 1st. The second thing I have on my list is these new Givenchy highlighters. I've never picked up a Givenchy highlighter before, or their bronzers, and I love like the imprint on the pan. It's such a pretty design, and I think there's two new shades. I think there's one that's like kind of pinky and one that's a little bit more gold, so I'm definitely going to be picking up the gold one, so I'm excited to give that a shot. And then Shiseido looks like they've come out with a brand new line, and I think Patrick Ta, the celebrity makeup artist, I think he is like the, I don't know, the color officer for Shiseido, and I think that this line has come out kind of in collaboration with him, or he helped Shiseido work on these products. So I'm really excited to check them out. Shiseido has always been like a really lovely brand, and they used to have like a full makeup line. I think they still do, but their presence in the US has just really been, I don't know, not that strong lately. And you know, their skincare is still around, but I'm happy to see like a revitalization of their makeup line. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to pick up yet, but if you look on the what's new page in makeup on Sephora, you'll see a whole bunch of stuff there for Shiseido. I definitely want to pick up their brush. It's a Daya Foodie Face Duo brush, and it has a big powder brush on one end, and then the other end there's like a silicone nub, and it's supposed to mimic a fingertip. I think products like that in the past have failed. We shall see, but I definitely want to try out this brush. I have two other Shiseido brushes that I really like, so I have high hopes for this one. I also want to try at least one of the new Tom Ford satin matte lipsticks. They come in like the longer packaging, slimmer packaging, and the idea that they're satin and matte is a little bit confusing. So I'm just curious about that. I wonder how matte they're going to be. The lipsticks that historically have been in these longer, skinnier tubes from Tom Ford have been ones that are glossier, like a tinted balm, more nourishing, definitely not matte. So I'm hoping that it's leaning more towards satin than matte, because I'm not really a matte lipstick wearer, but I do want to give these a shot. I also want to try out the new Hourglass scattered light eyeshadows. They come in those little pots. I passed on these when they first came out, and I saw, it must have been, I almost said Puffin's wife, but she changed her channel name to Mel Thompson, her name. I almost passed on these completely, and then Mel talked about them on her channel, and she said that there was like no fallout, and they were really beautiful. And I think fallout was the one thing that kind of really made me hesitate. So I think I'm going to pick up one color. There's one that's like kind of like a taupey color. I think that's the one I'm going to get. So I'm going to pick up one of those. And then there looks like there's a new Dior cushion foundation. I am really, really curious about this. So I think I'm going to give that a shot. I don't know how I really feel about cushion foundations. I've tried a Lancome one. That didn't really work out too well. That was more my fault though. I got the wrong shade. So I don't know. That's definitely on my wish list, but I don't know if that will be moving into my shopping cart, but we'll see. Let me know what your thoughts are about this Dior Cushion Foundation down below. If you've tried it, let me know what you think. And then I also want to try the Tatcha, the Pearl Tinted Under Eye Cream Concealer product. I think it has skincare, but it also is concealer or like a brightening under eye situation. Anyway, I wanted to get the lightest color. Every time I went into store, it was sold out, and then online, it was sold out for a little while. So it looks to be in stock. We'll see if it's still in stock come September 1st, but that is definitely in my shopping cart. I've been wanting to try the La Mer Perfecting Treatment, so I think I may just give it a go during this sale. I think you can use it as primer, and now that we're moving into the cooler months, even here in Las Vegas, I think I'm going to want like a more nourishing kind of primer. So I definitely want to give that a shot. I don't know if I need to pull the trigger on it during this sale because I do have a lot of skincare products to kind of get through, but if this can kind of double as a primer, then I think I may want to do it. So anyway, that is what is on my wish list and in my shopping cart. So let's move into my recommendations. So I've made a bunch of these types of videos for Sephora VIB sales in the past. I'm going to try and not be too redundant, but I'll link to those videos down below in my description box if you want to check those out. All the things that I've recommended in the past, I would still recommend now. And the first two things that I actually wrote down on my list, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned before, but I would definitely recommend Tom Ford brushes. I would recommend any of the Surratt beauty brushes. They're all lovely. If you've been tempted by any of them, if any of the shapes have kind of called out to you, I would get them. They're just lovely. Absolutely lovely. The next thing I have on my list is the NARS Atomic Blonde palette. I really like this palette. It has 2 face products and then 4 eyeshadows. I just really love this palette. I think it's very beautiful. I think this works for my skin tone, even though it looks like it's a little bit dark. This bronzer / contour powder is definitely on the deeper side, but if I use a light hand, it works out really, really beautifully. This highlight is gorgeous also. It just is so soft, so shimmery. The highlight that you get is definitely on the subtler side. It's just a really kind of like lovely sheen to your skin. It's not like super blingy. It's just a sheen. It's really nice. These eyeshadows, when I first used them, I feel like you had to kind of get like the top layer off on some of these. And once I did, they worked out really nicely. So this color is probably the trickiest color in here. This is the color Kink. And you just kind of have to work it a little bit because it's one of the more like crystally glittery shades in the palette. So you just kind of have to like warm it up a little bit with your fingertip, and then it goes on really beautifully. But there's a little bit of a learning curve with this shade, but otherwise all the rest work beautifully. And I did a full review on this palette. If you are interested, I'll try and remember to add a card up there for you. The next thing I would recommend is this Drunk Elephant De Bronzy Anti-Pollution Sunshine Serum. So what this does is it kind of gives your moisturizer or your foundation, or you can use it alone, but it gives it a little bit of a bronze color. So it comes in this pump applicator, and it's really, really nice. I think the glow that it gives is really, really lovely. And the fact that it's like anti-pollution is really, really awesome to me. And I'm not that familiar with Drunk Elephant products, but people rave about them. I personally kind of stay away from them because there are a lot of acids and other things in there that don't work with my sensitive skin. But this has been absolutely fine with my sensitive skin. I really, really love it. And it just gives your skin like such a beautiful, beautiful glow. And you can also kind of customize how much of a bronze that you want depending on how much you use. So I like products like this. And this one, especially from Drunk Elephant, has been very nice. 2 foundations that I would recommend, and I've talked about these, I think, quite a bit, but the Kogendo Aqua Foundation, I really love. They came out with a new formulation of this, and I do think it's better than the last one. It's not quite as like dewy as the previous version, but there is like a really, really subtle, natural radiance to this foundation. It's just gorgeous, and it's one of those rare foundations that looks better as the day goes on. It's just gorgeous. So Aqua Foundation from Kogendo, I would definitely recommend. I would also recommend, of course, the La Mer Soft Fluid Foundation. It has an SPF 20, and this was in my Ride or Die. I love this foundation. If this has been on your wish list, this is your chance. I would definitely grab this if you can. I would also take this opportunity and grab any Pat McGrath that you've been wanting. I love the Platinum Bronze 6-pan palette, eyeshadow palette. This is, let me take the plastic off. This is just stunning, and this just appeared in my top 5 Tuesdays. I would also recommend any of the Mothership palettes, but if you like cooler tones, I would recommend the Subliminal palette. I absolutely love this. This showed up in my Ride or Die palettes because I just love how these 6 shades give you a really beautiful everyday look, and then you can amp it up with those. The quality is amazing. The actual palette is just stunning. You just feel like a queen every time you whip this out to use. If you're more into warmer tones, I would get the Sublime Mothership palette. This is the one with the green in there, but this has like warmer colors over here. And you could also get the Bronze Ambition 6-pan palette also if you're into warmer colors. All of her eyeshadow palettes are beautiful. I've gotten a lot of questions about whether I thought the quality of the shadows in the 6-pan palettes were the same as the big Mothership palettes, and I think they are exactly the same. People, I think, were very curious because of the price difference. They're seemingly like such a deal compared to the Mothership palettes. These are, I think, $55, and these are $125, and you get 6 and 10. My only answer to that is I don't think any of us understand how expensive packaging is and how much the actual packaging of these Mothership palettes cost. If you've been interested in any of the Pat McGrath Luxe Trans lipsticks, get any color that appeals to you. The formula is just stunning, absolutely stunning. Same with the Pat McGrath Lust glosses. I absolutely love the Lust glosses. Today I have a mixture of the Luxe Trans lipstick in Madame Grige. This is like a really grayish, lilac-y, cool-toned mauve shade, and then I have Aliangelic on top of the Madame Grige. So that's what I have on my lips today. I have used all of the Lust glosses multiple times. I love them all. They're all amazing. All the glitter that you see in the Lust glosses, you don't feel. It's not like they're gritty on your lips at all. The Luxe Trans lipsticks, like I mentioned, the formula is just amazing. Best cream lipstick formula out there. And then I also wanted to mention the Dior Air Flash. I love this. This is so great. It's great as primer. It really turns your skin into like a really lovely accepting canvas for makeup. And it's also great as a setting spray, which is how I used it today. I just think it does such a great job like blurring your skin and adding this like really lovely filter to your face. So I really love this, and I've been using this quite a bit. And then last but not least, this may seem kind of random, but I love these Giorgio Armani Lip Maestros. These are the ones that come in like the lip gloss container with the red cap. They just have the most amazing like velvety texture, and they're so comfortable on the lips. They're not transfer proof, but they are, in comparison to like a lip gloss, much better in terms of transfer. But I have the color 202, which I think is the most nude. And if you're looking for just like a basic nude everyday color and you have my skin tone, this is perfect. I also have color 200, which is a little bit warmer, a little bit darker. And then I have color 508, which is like a pearly kind of pink color. I should swatch these for you. So 202, 200, and 508. The formula is really, really beautiful, and there's a huge shade range, but I don't think you can go wrong with these. I really, really enjoy these Lip Maestros. I'm just going to quickly mention the Tom Ford Fiber Brow Gel. I'm pretty sure I've recommended this before, but it was just sitting here, and I'm like, let me just mention it. I love this. This is my holy grail, ride or die eyebrow product. Absolutely love it. If you've been tempted to get it, definitely get it. If it's on Sephora, I'm pretty sure this is on Sephora. I'm pretty sure I purchased this off of Sephora. Get this if you've been tempted. And that's it. There's like plenty of other things that I would recommend, but I didn't want to keep going on. And I'm sure you're being completely inundated with these types of videos. So if there's any particular product that you've been curious about, if you want to know my opinion, if you think you should get it or not, just leave some comments down below. I've been really behind on replying to comments. My day job has really been busy the past couple of weeks, but I will try and reply. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe down below if you haven't already. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.